Thanks so much for staying with the McAllen Cable Network. I'm Roxanne Ledema back in the studio today with a very special guest, Miss Yolanda Garcia Olivarez. Did I say it correctly?
Yes.
Our regional administrator for the Small Business Administration. So we're going to have lots of super valuable information for small businesses. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Roxanne, for having me here. Thank you for the invitation.
So what does it mean to be a regional administrator for SBA?
Well, first of all, it's a fascinating job. You're appointed by the President of the United States,
Wow.
Barack Obama, and I was appointed back in August of 2009. And what it consists of is you are the regional administrator for my region, which represents McAllen, Texas, and all of the lower Rio Grande Valley, as well as 5 other states, which is Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas. And so we oversee all the economic development. We support our small businesses that are in that 5 designated area. So I have the opportunity to work with 3.3 million small businesses in my 5 states, and my role is to
champion. A lot of businesses.
Yeah, my role is to champion them and make sure they get counseling, access to capital, and opportunities for federal contracting.
And how do you do that?
I'm a very busy person, but we have 10 district offices, and we have very talented people out in these 10 district offices. Just to give you a perspective, Roxanne, Texas has 6 district offices. And what we do a lot of outreach. We do, and when we say outreach, we do events. We partner with chambers, cities, counties, and the federal agencies, and we make sure that small businesses attend these fairs, and we roll out our programs and services.
So what is the mission of the Small Business Administration?
Well, that's a really good question. And, through the years, I'm a businesswoman, so I've been in the business sector for a long time. A small business, have revolved, and there's more high technology, there's more opportunity for small businesses to grow. Like, for instance, in exports. Exports is not new, but it's something that we certainly need to have small businesses educate them on, that they can do business with another country.
Right.
Forget about the local market, go out and sell your product and service to another country. And that's pretty fascinating. So what we generally do is we promote these programs. And so our mission is to have small businesses grow and to support the ones that want to be entrepreneurs and get out there and support their businesses.
So obviously we want our small businesses to flourish, to grow, to expand, maybe to see our international markets. You guys work on a loan basis with small businesses. So how exactly does that work?
Well, there's very strong partnerships in each and every community that we represent. And to give you a perspective, across the United States, there's 68 district offices.
Okay.
So just like we have an office here in Harlingen, but my employees, or our employees in Harlingen, they oversee the entire lower Rio Grande Valley and Corpus. So what we do is we promote our products and services out there. And that's important in the sense that small businesses need to know about our products and services. And that's the reason I'm here, Roxanne, to just let you know. But we work with a pool of lenders that do SBA lending. And the difference between a conventional loan, that's a loan that a bank will give directly to a small business, and an SBA loan, is that we guarantee that loan. And we can guarantee it up to 75, 80%, or 90% if it's an export loan.
Excellent. Okay, so let's say somebody at home is watching and they, have a startup company and they want to expand their small business. How do they go about securing that loan from SBA?
Well, first of all, they can call our SBA district office in Harlingen, or they can they can go to our website, which is sba.gov, and there's a lot of information. And if you put your zip code on our website, it'll actually tell you the closest district SBA district office, but it'll also tell you the small business development centers. And the small business development centers are centers that also help counsel small businesses, and they actually get them prepared and put their documents together, their financials together to present to a bank for the request of a loan. And all of this is done for free.
Super valuable.
Yes, and I'm going to brag a little bit, Roxanne,
absolutely,
about the Small Business Development Center here in the Lower Rio Grande Valley. There's 900 centers across the country, and what we do is we provide funding for them to stay and help small businesses, because it's a proven fact that if small businesses get counseled, that they tend to stay in business longer and they create more jobs.
That's what we want.
So in that perspective, the Small Business Development Centers get funding by the SBA, but also by the state. And the Small Business Development Center here in the Lower Rio Grande Valley, they won a national award 2 years ago. And out of 900 centers,
wow,
they won. So I'm telling the people here across the Lower Rio Grande Valley, you have excellent counselors. You have an excellent director here, Maria Juarez, that understands small business and is ready to counsel them.
So how do you guys take them to the next level as far as getting them to partner with big business?
Oh my God, I'm so glad you asked, because that's a really hot button.
Okay.
And we have what we call the American Supplier Initiative. And the American Supplier Initiative is a program that was developed by this administration. And what we want to do is we want to partner big business with small business. You know, like the Toyota is a good example.
Okay.
They have huge procurement, they have huge demand for contracts, and what we want them to do is to consider giving procurement contracts to small businesses, and we want them also to pay them within 15 days. So we have a pool of corporations that we're already working with to make sure that they understand that if a big corporation supports a small business and awards them a contract in a small community, jobs are created and strong revenue, and they're doing the right thing by supporting their community and the small businesses in their community.
Okay, excellent. So we want them to partner with the big business. We also want them to go international, which we talked about a little earlier. So is there any certain programs in place that our small businesses can capitalize on to make sure that they take, advantage of those markets outside of the U.S.?
Well, as far as programs, yes, we have, a various pool of loans. We have 3 types of loan. We have the export loan, that is the Export Express loan, and that's a loan for just a quick loan to do some kind of small venture into, let's say someone wants to promote their business into another country, and it's just a quick line of credit for their inventory.
Got you.
And what we do is just to give you of how much opportunity there is to export. We partner with the Department of Commerce, and the Department of Commerce has always promoted exports and has always promoted big business and small business doing business in other countries. And so basically we have what we call a Gold Key program, where small businesses can actually go to the Department of Commerce, and we actually match them up with another country's ambassador, like the ambassador's office, and then other businesses. So it's kind of like we do the matchmaking for them with the other countries. And all these services, we help them with their permits, we help them with their insurance, we help them with their lines of credits, and that's what that's a program that certainly small businesses need to take advantage of. And what this administration has done is we're trying to work with all the federal agencies. The Department of Commerce and SBA are 2 different federal agencies, but we're working together to champion small businesses. So the other 2 loans is the international loan, and that's mainly a real estate. If there's any type of real estate, for example, if you've gotten a huge contract and you need to expand to another location, a bigger warehouse, then that's where you would do an international loan. And
you want to have that problem.
Yeah, you want to have that. And then the working capital would be just a line of credit for if you've got not one contract but several contracts, and you feel like you need that line of credit for an accounts receivable contract where payments would be made, but at the same time, then you would need that same line of credit maybe 2 or 3 months from now, and it's kind of a revolving type of thing.
How important is it for communities to support their local businesses, their small businesses? How important is it?
It's dramatically important. It is one of the most positive things that community leaders can do is to support small businesses, because 2 out of every 3 jobs are created in the United States are created by small businesses.
Really?
Yes.
2 out of 3?
Yes. So the support for small businesses is supporting your community. If you support small business, you're really supporting your community.
Okay, so if someone's at home and they're thinking, you know, I have a great idea and I really want to get this off the ground, where do they go for help?
My recommendation to you is to go to the SBA office, go to our website, it's sba.gov, and just look in there and basically put your zip code, as I mentioned earlier, and then go to the local and nearest SBA office, and you'll get a lot of not only welcomes, but a lot of direction as to where your next step should be. And you know, my region office is in Dallas. It's in Dallas-Fort Worth. And I'll be glad to give them my number and my email. And if people want to email, this is what I do. I'm supposed to help small businesses. So my email is yolanda.olivarez@sba.gov.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us in the
Absolutely.
studio. We certainly hope that we're going to, you know, spawn some creative, imagining things out there, and that they'll look to SBA to, you know, grow their business, and maybe it'll be here in the city of McAllen.
Thank you for your leadership.
Absolutely, and thank you for coming into the studio. Thank you for watching. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roxanne Lerma.